Hello again, I'm Suzanne Fairy Parrot. This is I'm Really Guides, and this is the sixth part to taking a free Gutenberg book or an EPUB and creating your master ebook template. Now, like I said, I've been going through very quickly. I apologize for that. I am going to be putting together a book with screenshots and everything that'll make it a lot easier. We stopped the last time we had been making a table of contents. Now, a table of contents is basically a paragraph tag, a link tag, which is that a href, which is hypertext reference, where the chapter is located, the name of the location, and then you close the tags. Here we have horizontal rules. I'm going to put some spaces here so you can see. So now let's say you know you're going to have about 10 chapters. You can actually create these very easily right now. What you do is highlight the entire section of a link that you've already created. You go Command or Control C. At the end of the closing paragraph, hit the return and go Command or Control V. So now you have another one. And you just do it until you have what you want. What I do then is just change each chapter to the name of the chapter. Now remember, I always try to keep the chapter names very simple. Obviously, you know, if you have names in your chapters like witchcraft, you don't need to call it witchcraft. You want to call it chapter 1. And the reason is we're making a template, because some of your other books may be actually just chapters. You keep it simple, it's easier for you to remember. Now, you will get errors. This little check mark here is a validation. You will get errors because we're not even anywhere near getting this done at the moment. The first one, let's say you decide you don't want to call it witchcraft, it's called chapter 1. You can name all these chapters, and you can put spaces in the text area, not in the page itself or in the link itself. You don't want to do that. So what I do is, to make it easier, I just highlight what I have, Command or Control C, and then I just double click and Command or Control V and put it in there, and then do the same thing I did before. Now, if you don't know all the shortcuts, don't worry. I'm just trying to get through because I only got a few minutes to talk to you about this. So we have all the chapters in there. Now, you might have a preface, you might want to have an acknowledgments or about the author. You can add those in exactly the same. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to change the ID because it's some kind of a strange number here. Like I said, I like to keep things very simple, and I'm going to call it contents. Now, there is something interesting on the table of contents. You do want an ID link in here with an anchor tag. This is required for your NCX OPF file so it can find it. And to do that is very simple. I put the cursor at the top because it's a hidden tag that you have in there. I put bracket, P bracket, because everything has to be in a paragraph tag. I go A for anchor, space, ID equals, put a quote mark. Then I put TOC, that's for table of contents, close quote mark, close bracket. Now every opening tag has to have a closing tag. Go bracket /A, close bracket, and then bracket /P. And you have to have them in order. You know, they kind of like nest themselves. So if you start with a P, you have to close with the paragraph tag. If you start with an A, then the same thing. Everything has to be in paragraph in this. So now we have our ID for the table of contents. We have the ID for the actual title name of contents. You can name it whatever you want. And we have the basics of our links for the table of contents, excuse me. So if you want to view the page, and if you've done anything wrong and you go to view the page, there will be an automatic pop-up. In fact, I'm going to do something so you can see that. I'm going to take off that bracket. And you can see, it'll say, do you want them to fix it automatically or fix it manually? Now be very careful when you choose this, because if you have them fix it automatically, sometimes it's something that you don't want fixed. It will highlight where the error is. You can see it's highlighting it. So I'm going to fix it manually. And now I'm going to view it. And you can see that I have my contents, I have my chapters, and I have the Modern Magic, which I believe is the first paragraph. Yeah, so, and that's something I don't really need. So anyway, so now you've made your table of contents. We need to now move into the other sections of images and actually adding your manuscript to the page. So continue on to that part. If you have any questions, contact me at Unruly Guides.